Hey guys, what is up? It's Kyle here, and today I'm going to be showing you something that I think will be useful because I had problems with this when I first started Hexxit, and that is how to make a smeltery or a forge, whatever you want to call it in Hexxit. So I'm going to be showing you guys the materials you need to do this and the things you can make with it. So here, as you can see, you need smeltery controller, smeltery drain, smeltery faucet, a seared tank, and seared bricks. So to make seared bricks, you need clay. To make clay, you use red cobblestone and 3 buckets of water. Once you have clay, you can combine clay with sand and gravel to make grout. And if you burn grout in a furnace, you will make a seared brick, which you can then combine in 4 to make a big seared brick, which is what I have in my hand. And you can make this. You need at least 21 to make a smelter, but it's a lot better to have more than that. Alright, so before I yammer on too much, let's get right down to it. You're going to need to dig a 3x3 area into the ground, or just place a 3x3 area of seared bricks wherever you want it. You cannot make this wider. You can make it taller, but you can't make it wider. Next, you're going to need to place your seared controller, your seared tank, and then you're going to need to surround the 3x3 area in more seared bricks. Now, right here, you already almost have an operational smelter. All you need to do is put as many smeltery drains as you want, put a smeltery faucet onto that smeltery drain, and then place your casting block or whatever you're going to be casting your stuff onto. So here, this makes blocks of whatever ore you have in your smelter. Now, our smelter needs a little bit more room, so I'm gonna make it taller just because a smelter this size is kind of hard to use. You might as well make it at least 2 or 3 levels high. So my preferred way of doing this is by placing 3 drains with 3 faucets, placing a casting table under one and casting basins under each other, and then surrounding the rest of the smelter in at least another layer or 2 of seared bricks. And every layer you add adds enough room for 9 ore. So I usually make it 2 or 3 layers tall at least. As you can see here, we have a fully functioning furnace. So if we put ore into this right now, after we put lava into it, it'll work. So we need to throw lava into this, which is the tank, and now this will work. It's powered off lava. So now, as you can see, if we get some iron out, let's see, there's some iron. So if we get some iron out and we throw it into here, you'll see all of it appears in there. It appears in the actual smelter as well. And you'll see on the left side of each ore, you'll see these little colored bars. Once they get all the way to the top, everything will be smelted. So as well, we're going to throw some gold in here to show you guys something useful later on for making items, which we're not going to get to quite yet. Right now, we have to wait for all of this to smelt. It takes a little bit of time. It's not too bad though. And smelters also double all of your ore. So now that you have a working smelter, you're going to want to know how to make items out of it. So to do this, you need a cast. Casts we'll get into making in a second, but basically casts, if you pour your iron ore into them, it will make the piece of the item that you need. So if you need a handle or you need a blade, it'll do that. Casts can be made with gold or aluminum, which is why we're using this second smelter to smelt some gold, because we'll show you how to do that in a second. So all this iron is smelted up now. You can see it in there. You can see how many ingots we have in here. And if you right click on the faucet, look at that. It's filling up. Also the basins, which will fill up and make iron blocks. It does take a second, but it's really fast, and again, it doubles your ore, which is really nice. I had, what was it, 150 or was it 54? I had a lot of ingots in there, which is nice. So now we have an iron sword head, which you can use for crafting items. You can do this with any sort of material. You can put multiple materials into one as well. And if you look in this one, you'll see we have gold. You can place whatever item you want to make a mold of on your casting table. We have gold in here. Gold or aluminum works, and if you pour it onto that item, it will make a mold of the item. So you'll need a piece of the item first in order to do it, but after that you'll have a mold. So as you can see here, if we tried to do it with anything other than gold or aluminum, if you right click, place it on there. This only works with heads, by the way, not the whole sword. So if we try to do it with iron, which is what we have in here, it won't work. So this only works with gold and aluminum. So let's just fill these basins up, make some more blocks. As you can see, we have our gold blocks here. We can make another mold. We can make a mold of handles, blades, all the materials that you need to craft items. And then after that, if you guys want another tutorial showing you how to do more in-depth on crafting items, just ask me in the comments and I'll be sure to do it. One of the most useful molds you can make is an ingot mold. So this allows you to make ingots. So if we pour gold onto this ingot, any ingot of any kind works. This is probably the first mold you'll get. We right click on it, we take it off the table. We can come over here, and if we don't want a whole block of the iron ore, we can place this mold down here. Right click, the iron will start pouring out. Once it hardens, we'll have an iron ingot. So if we only wanted one ingot, that would work perfectly. Alright guys, well, one last time, let's show you what you need. You need all of this stuff, not all of this stuff, but you need seared bricks, seared tanks, the controllers, the drains, the faucets, the casting tables, etc. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope this helped you in some way, shape, or form. I really hope it was useful. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you throw this video a like, because that's how I gauge what I'm going to do next. Also, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.